the year, okay? Because, you know, a simple trip to Toys R Us became like an hour and a half because the lines were so long and everybody had to have this one last toy, you know, and it was ridiculous.
And I actually did pretty good this year for her. There was just one thing that I couldn't get, and she, you know, of course, being a kid, you know, she's looking around under the tree, and she's like, "Oh, I didn't get my watch." And I actually held a present back. I actually hid it in her stocking. It was an unexpected present. While I was in Toys R Us, I decided to get it for her, and I couldn't wait to see her reaction when she opened it up. And I actually videotaped it. It was just hilarious. It was just too funny to watch her open it. And then after she opens it, she's like, "No more presents?" I was like, "Are you freaking kidding me? You just opened 20 presents under the tree. You had 1,000 presents last night, and I'm sure you're going to have more later." "I want one more present."
You know, it's funny you mentioned the watch. Very few kids of, you know, this generation now really wear a watch. I mean, they all carry their cell phones, and that tells them what time it is. Well, you know, I mean, I remember at my daughter's wedding in Boston, I was traveling down or up an elevator, and there was a gentleman in there, much younger than me, and he saw that I had a watch on. He said, "That's something you don't see very often." I said, "What?" He said, "Who wears a watch anymore?" He says, "Everybody has a cell phone." He says, "You want to know what time it is? You look at your cell phone." And if you think about it, you know, he's right. It's only people of my generation, okay, who still like to wear a nice watch.
Right.
You know.
Well, this is a special. This is some kind of watch that the kids all have. It's some. I don't know what it does. It does some things. I guess you could play games on it.
Oh, I guess it does everything but tell time.
Yeah. Well, she actually got a watch for her birthday. Of course, it's a Frozen watch. It has Elsa on it. And she did also get another set that my godparents got her something from Frozen, and in that was another watch. She likes wearing watches, though. I mean, this kid loves to tell time.
Yeah, you know, my son, he wears watches all the time. Especially when he goes out, it's part of his get-up. You know, he wears a fancy watch. He doesn't wear a cheap watch. He wears an expensive watch, and he highlights it with the way he dresses. You know, by the way, I meant to ask you, how did we sound tonight? A little better than the other night?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not?
You wanted me to be honest? I'm being honest. Actually, Felix has a very bad echo when he's talking. It sounded like I was listening to Bob Shepard.
How does Mark sound?
He sounded okay, but kind of like you could tell that there was like some kind of technical difficulty, but he was a lot. I mean, don't get me wrong, Felix, you were clear, but you were echoing after, and I was just ready. I almost thought you were going to say now batting number 2, Derek Jeter.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah, Bob Shepard. That's right. That's the only person he used to announce after his death.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, it's going to be sad. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to watch the Yankees.
I have news for you. I said to my sister and my daughter, I said, there's hardly anybody left on the team that I remember. I mean,
really nobody
there's nobody. You know, I mean, I certainly won't be a Met fan, but I can live without being a baseball fan, I guess. I like football and hockey, really, you know, but there's just, you know, no one to follow, you know? I mean...
There's really not. Like, the only sport that I have a team, like I could say I'm a team, is the Yankees. Other than that, In football, I don't have a football team. I just have football players that I like. Basketball, I actually only have one basketball player that I really, really love. Hockey is the only other sport that I could say I'm a diehard. I love the Rangers. But
a girl after my own heart.
I mean, there were 2 times in my life that I got hockey tickets, and unfortunately, they were for the New York Islanders, and each time that I got the tickets, I never even went.
I have to admit, over the years, I've gone to a couple of Islander games, but that's only because it was so close to my house, you know.
Right, well, the first time I was living in Brooklyn at the time. I mean, I was young. I was in my early 20s. I forgot how I got the tickets. I think my stepmother gave me the tickets. And I was going to go because they were playing Calgary. And the guy that I was dating at the time, he was like, come on, we'll drive out there. Well, you know, I don't mind going out to the island to see a hockey game. And I was like, all right, but we never even went. And then last year, I got tickets for the Islanders, and I gave them away.
Well, this year you'd probably want to see them play because they're in second place and doing very well.
Nah, I'm not a real Islander. Listen, if I could get tickets for them, if they're playing the Rangers or the Devils,
forget about it. Those are always sold out.
Oh, I know. But I mean, if I was able to get my hands on those tickets, yeah, I would go see them. I mean, that would be worth driving from Staten Island to Long Island to go see them.
Wow.
Or if they were playing in Jersey, you know, it would be easier. But no, I'd rather go see the Rangers play. And if the Rangers, you know, are doing so terrible, so be it.
Actually, they're on a 7-game winning streak. You know, let's hope they pick up from there after the holiday break.
I think usually that's what happens anyway. I don't think, if I can remember correctly, the Rangers don't really do so great in the first half of the season. It's the second half of the season that they start picking up and doing, especially when it gets time around playoffs.
Depends how much rest they give Lundqvist. You know, how many games Talbot is able to play, you know.
Right.
Because last year, you know, Talbot started about 14 games or so, and Lundqvist said he was very well rested going into, you know, the playoff mode, you know. But, so let me ask you, what would you do if you found a wallet on the floor?
I found
you don't know the topic. The topic is...
I was sleeping.
That's true. The topic is sort of moral dilemmas. You're walking down the street, you see a wallet, no one's around, you've been down to pick it up. It has the usual credit cards and identification in it, but then there's like, you know, $50 cash. Okay. Do you keep the cash and return the wallet, or do you return everything? You know, now of course nobody knows because no one's around. You know, so the decision is totally yours.
I think I would return it, only because I would put myself in that person's shoes. I mean, if I lost my wallet, I lost all my credit cards and my money, I mean, I would be sick over the fact that I did that, but I would feel more guilty with myself knowing that I took someone's money. I feel like I was a thief.
Well, I think you should I'll let the Rev explain the situation that his wife was in with another person, okay, Felix?
Yeah, absolutely. We were walking down the street with another couple, and my wife sees a wallet, she picks it up, and she puts it away. The other gentleman that was with us, he said, I saw the wallet also, and split the money. And my wife said, there's no money in there. Besides, I have to return it. And he wouldn't believe her. There's no money. He said he wanted half of it. What would you call that?
I think we lost her.
No, you didn't lose me. It's just, it's really
Actually,
hard
you know
to get through
something?
it.
You're very low now.
I'm very low now?
No, she's
No,
fine.
now I can hear you, but before you were extremely low. I bet that's what's going on with our reception.
No.
In and out like that.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, I hear you.
Because I switched. I had you on my earpiece, and now I'm holding the phone up. That's how lazy I'm getting today. I didn't even get out of bed all day today. I was just too tired.
So what'd your daughter do all day?
She played with her friends.
Oh.
Plus
She has
100 gifts.
Yes, there's a little girl next door. They're very, very close to one another, and she had asked me. She's like, "Can I go next door?" And I was like, "Sure." And they were playing all afternoon today.
Okay. Oh, one thing I forgot also, I just remembered also that story. My wife said to him she would return it tomorrow, but there's no money in it. And he kept insisting he wanted to see how much was in there. And she refused to show it to him. She was so mad. It just turned out there's no money anywhere. It didn't matter. But anyway, what do you think of that situation?
Felix, you sound really bad. I hate to say it.
Felix always sounds very bad.
No, he's like, I could hear him when I was listening briefly on the show, because you hear the show before he says that there's a caller, but being on the phone with him, no offense, Felix, but you really, you sound very muffled.
Well, we had a problem today, and because of, last week some equipment went bad. We changed it. We thought we had it fixed, but I guess we didn't. Now it sounds good?
Yeah, now you sound good. I have a little beef to pick with you, my friend.
I'm glad it's not with me.
No, it's not.
But first,
it's actually a point that I have to bring out. You tell me, text you when you're on the show or whatever, but I texted you on Tuesday because it was funny. We were talking about something Monday night about Sonic.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember? Well, one of my friends went to lunch on Tuesday and came back with Sonic. And I was like, "Where's there a Sonic?" And they're like, right almost around the corner from where we work. And I was like, huh?
Where?
Well, actually, it's in Menlo Park.
Well, they are in Jersey.
Yeah, they are in Jersey. They're popping up all over now. So I was like, I said, I'll be right back. I went to go get my phone, and I took pictures of what he brought back from Sonic and sent you a picture of it.
I never saw the picture. I gotta look again.
Look, and I put a comment on it too. I was cracking up. I was literally in tears, and they were like, everybody at work was like, "What's the matter?" They thought I was in pain or something. And I was like, "No," I said, and I explained to them, I said, I was talking to my friends last night about Sonic, and it's just ironic that you're eating this right now, and I have to take a picture and send it. And I just found it funny.
I don't know where my cell phone is, but I will definitely look at it later. But I've been having trouble. My pictures don't download. People send them to me.
Wait, guys, hold on 1 second, guys. Hold on.
So, Dr. Mark, remind me to look.
Okay.
What are you doing? Go to bed. I don't care if you're not tired. Go to bed.